Hi! You may have seen some of my posts recently about the upcoming cleanse that I'm doing. It's called Nourish. And I want to tell you a little bit about it because I'm getting questions from people. And it occurred to me that, there are many people who have never done cleanses before or have experience with doing a cleanse that is very rigid and depriving in a way. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how this cleanse is different and why all of the excuses that come up in your mind potentially about why you don't have the time or the money or you can't take on another thing in your life right now. I want to tell you why those actually don't work for this situation. I am Jessica Graham Robinson of sacredspacehealingarts.com, and this cleanse is so no hassle and so easy, and you're going to feel so good when you are done, because you're going to be moving into your life in a different way. You're going to be, as you ease out of this cleanse in 3 weeks, you will be easing into a different way of being than when you started. And that is no joke. That is not frou-frou. That is not maybe. That is for sure. If you do this, then it's for sure. So here's how it's organized. It is a 3-week cleanse, and maybe that sounds scary because you think 3 weeks, holy crap, that's almost a month. What am I gonna do? Like, that's a long time to be eating perfectly. But that's not what this cleanse is about. That's why it's called Nourish, right? Nourish isn't what you think of when you think of depriving yourself of food. Nourish is what I think of Nourish as is eating food, doing practices, connecting with people, all kinds of things that bring me deep nourishment so that I feel replenished, so that I feel cared for, and so that I can go out and do the other things in my life that I want to be doing and feel at ease in my body, in my mind, feel at ease emotionally, not worrying about whether I fit in or whether I should have worn something different or whether my clothes are too tight or too loose or whether I should be doing anything differently than I am. Easy, comfortable, feeling like that as you walk through your day, through your week, through your work, through your life, right? That's a different thing, and that's worth a lot. It's worth a lot more than this course costs, and it's cost you so tiny, like in the amount of effort that you're gonna have to put in and the amount of money. It's $50. It's $50. It's a 3-week course. And here's what's not scary about 3 weeks. The first week is easing in. The first week it's easing in, right? That sounds easy. I hope it sounds easy. So the first time that we meet, so if you're local, we do have an in-person meetup. If you're not local, then we have calls every week. We have one before it starts, kind of like at the beginning, to kick us off and explain how things are going. And during that first meeting, whether it's in person or online, it is a time where I'm going to explain how the whole thing's going to go, and we're going to prep. We're going to prep for the first week. We're going to prep mentally, emotionally, physically. We're going to do the work to get you set up. And then the very first week is literally just easing in. And it's going to be about what are you going to add in that's going to support you. I'm not talking about finding an hour to do a yoga practice or finding 2 hours to prep food for the week. I'm not talking about anything that's going to cost you a lot in time and effort, I promise. So this easing in period is literally what it sounds like, easing in. Because typically when we think of cleansing or even detoxing, like there's a period of time where you're doing something different, right? And whether you know it or not, or whether a person does or not, what's needed for the body and the mind is to ease into that, to not just go from however you're already living your life to bam, I'm detoxing. That would be a shock. It would be hard, and it would feel very hard, and there'd be a big tendency for you to swing back in the other direction and go, forget this. But that's not what we're gonna do, because we're gonna be successful and this is gonna be easy. So we're easing in intentionally for a whole week, just easing in, just moving in that direction. And then that week in the middle is the week that is going to be the week that whatever you've planned, and this is again the work that we'll do in that first meeting, the work that what you've planned that you want to get out of this cleanse. Do you want to have more time being present with your children? Do you want to have more time being present with yourself? Is there a particular way of being or feeling or a habit that you want to incorporate into your life, but you've had not a whole lot of success? Like, that's something that you can work on during this cleanse. What is your goal? Maybe it's to feel lighter. I feel like for a lot of people that I've spoken with, that you want to feel lighter, like not just lighter as in less weight necessarily, but that could be part of it. Instead, lighter in a sense of being. So like not weighted down by your life, right? Like the obligations, the responsibilities that we have. So instead, that lightness it refers to all areas of your life. Wouldn't it be nice to feel lighter and not let things bother you as much? To feel lighter in the way that you are able to allow things to just go if you don't need them? There's so many different ways. Lighter in the way of humor, of like having fun in life. So if you'd like to feel lighter, if you'd like to feel more yourself, that's what this cleanse is about. It's about nourishing and getting back on track to feel more yourself and to live the way you want. Because honestly, all of us have habits that don't serve us, right? And they get ingrained at different periods in our lives. Like I can point to very specifically last winter, a period where I was catching myself very often overeating. And it was a pattern that I was frustrated with, but it was something that I felt stuck in for a while. And eventually it went away, but it was there, right? Like there's other patterns that I've had that have been negative too, and it's ongoing. I'm not perfect. And so I need to cleanse as well. I want to cleanse because I want to use this as a time for me to get back on track. And when I say that, I mean it in a way of, let's imagine that we're all kind of going for this life that feels easeful, that feels joyful, that feels like fulfillment, like it has meaning and purpose. And it's not hard, right? It's not always hard. There's always going to be challenges, but it's not hard every day, right? It's not hard to the point where that outweighs the goodness. There are challenges, but then we move past them and have periods of bliss. We have periods where we feel really aligned and easy. And so if that's not happening, then it's quite possible the case that your trajectory, and think of like an airplane, right? Your trajectory is a little off course. And that happens to all of us. And so that's one of the reasons why we do things like cleanses. We recalibrate, get back on target, and start moving in the direction that is bringing more ease, more love and joy and radiance into your life. And so the third week is about easing out. And as we emerge from the deeper part of the cleanse, then the work is in still making it easy and seeing how we want to emerge back into life. Because, like I said, as you emerge, like I said earlier, you're going to be different. You're going to be walking into your life differently than you were when you started or before you started. And hopefully that's always happening. We're always evolving. Things are always changing. That is the only constant thing. The question is, are you changing for the better over time? Or are you changing for the worse? And this is one of the tools, seasonal cleansing, that Ayurveda recommends twice a year. And it's these specific times, not just any time, but it's this transition from summer into fall. And then later, we'll be doing another cleanse at spring, moving from winter into spring, because those are the two times where we tend to hang on so deeply to what's been going on, like summer, the heat, the busyness, the heat in a very big way. And it's sometimes hard. We get into these patterns and then it's hard to transition. So not only do we need to transition into a way of living and being and eating that is suited for the new season, but there's this point of recalibration that needs to happen. So I hope that I helped you demystify some of this. Like, you're gonna gain time. You're gonna gain time. There's gonna be little bits of things that you need to do, but you're gonna gain time overall, and it's not gonna be hard, I promise. You can find time within a week to watch one video, right? And it's not even gonna be that long. And if you can join us on the calls, great. If not, they're recorded. So you can find that time wherever you have it. And make it easy for yourself. You don't have to make the time unless you want to get the group coaching. If you want to get help, then you're gonna need to set your alarm or, be there, make yourself available so that you can get the help you need. You also get emails to keep you on track, a private Facebook group to check into and have the support of the group, because people in groups are 80% more successful at making change than those who try to go it alone. And I know that from personal experience. I've had a lot of experience with working with these dynamic groups, and the amazing changes that take place I've seen are phenomenal in my own life and in the lives of others. So you also get a free one-on-one coaching session with me that will come towards the end of the course. And that's it. It's going to be an amazing, transformative experience that is going to make you feel more you and bring you more time, more energy, more ease. Who couldn't use that in today's overwhelmed, overscheduled life? All right. So when you have those feelings arise that say, I can't do this, I don't have time, I want you to just take a deep breath and entertain the idea that you actually have everything you need in order to do this. You're not going to need to go buy any crazy fancy food. You're not going to need to invest in anything other than just saying yes and trusting that as we move forward, you're going to benefit in ways that you can't imagine, and you're going to find I will help you design your days, your weeks, your 3 weeks in order to make this happen. Okay, I hope you join me. So I'm going to post the link below, and that will take you to a web page that is just going to explain kind of what I already said, but give it to you in print form. And then you can click the link at the bottom to sign up. It's only $50. It's only $50. It won't be this cheap in the spring, but I really want to just show you how easy it can be. I hope you join me. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.